Well. Hello, boys and girls. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hey, check it out. We're going to be doing some multiplication of rational expressions, algebraic fractions. Pretty cool. It can look really overwhelming, but if you just take your time and know all the little parts and use what you know, a couple things happen. Number one, this becomes pretty easy, and then also things that you used to think were difficult about fractions also become easy. So let's get into it now. Also remember, man, learning is not a passive activity. Watching a video is. If you want to make use of your time, you really do need to be pausing the video, trying the problems, writing down questions, going back, answering them, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get into it. So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be multiplying algebraic fractions. They're also called rational expressions. They look like this, except they have variables. So let's get into it, right? Now, there's a motto. You should even get a tattoo of this. RBM stands for reduce before multiply. Now you can't reduce before you divide. You shouldn't reduce before you add or subtract. Well, it kind of depends, like common denominators, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, here though we do want to reduce because we're not done until our final answer is reduced. Our final answer, to be correct, must be reduced. Okay? If it's not reduced, it's not done. Leaving an unreduced answer is kind of like leaving an answer 5 plus 3. You should write 8, right, bruh? Anyway, so the way we reduce is we end up finding the greatest common factor. So check this out. There's no greatest common factor between these two. There's no greatest common factor between these two. However, when we multiply these together, multiplication, the order can change, right? So this is the same as 3 times 2 8 times 9. That's what this is the same as that, right? Those are the same. Well, you can also change the order. These aren't steps. I wouldn't be writing this out if I were doing the math myself. I'm actually just writing it out so I can see what's going on. This and this are the same. And if you look here, look at this right here. 2 goes into 8 4 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. This is the same as 2 times 1 times 3 times 1 over 2 times 4 times 3 times 3. You see 2 times 3, right? Times 1s, those don't change anything. 8 is 2 times 4, 9 is 3 times 3. Look what happens. That's 1. That's 1. You're left with, let's see, 1 over, what are we left with? Are we left with 1 over 12? That's kind of crazy, right? So we would never do it that way. This is what we would do, right? 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times, 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. So now we're left with 1 times 1 and 4 times 3. Boom, done. Same exact thing over here. We're going to find the greatest common factor between whatever terms. Now, there's nothing in common between these. There's nothing in common between these. So this thing right here is already reduced. So is this. However, if you look here, we can reduce. We can look here, we can reduce. The thing is, like, you're actually changing the order without actually changing, you're changing the order in your head. So you're actually rewriting it like this. This is what we're actually doing, but we never actually rewrite it because we can just kind of do it like this, right? So 3 goes into 3 one time, x goes into x one time. So this becomes 1, but 3x goes into 9x squared x times. And then 2 goes into 2 once, goes into 8 4 times. Y squared goes into y squared 1 time, and it goes into there y times, because y squared times y is y cubed. Yeah, bruh? So here's what we got left. We got 1 times y. Yeah? Oh, I forgot to write my 3. And then we've got 4 times 3, which is 12x. That's it right there. That's it. We're done. That's how it works. So here, why don't you try one? Let's do this one right here. Let's do 5 a squared over, let's say 15b times 3b over a to the fourth. Try that one. Go ahead and pause the video. Give it a shot. See how you do. Okay. Here's what you're doing, right? You're trying to find anything in common. So look at this. The a, they don't have an a in common. They do have a 5 in common. You see that goes in once. That goes in then 3 times, right? Look over here. The b's go in once. 3 goes into 3 once. So this whole thing right now is just a 1. Now, a squared goes into a squared once. It goes into a to the fourth a squared times. So what we're left with is 1 over a squared. How'd you guys do? Oh man, I hope you did all right. If that was a little tricky, let's try a simpler one. How about we do this? How about we go x squared y cubed. Let's do y over x and multiply. Try it. Go ahead and give it a shot. Okay. Did you get, let's see here, x over y squared? If you did, you're good to go. You see, those reduce to just x. These reduce, right? So look at this. This is what we got. About right there. This is this right here, right? And there we have 3y. So one of them reduces. You're left with 1 over y squared. Boom, done. Hope this was helpful. Man, you guys are killing it, bruh.